All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the BenQ All-Star Showmatch here, hosted on Room on Fire TV. My name is Sembler. Welcome, everybody. And joining me tonight for this best-of-3 showmatch between two magnificent Brazilian teams is Vendetta. Ven, welcome back, bro. How did the break treat you?
Break treated me pretty well. Got to catch up on a couple of results because SLTV is happening as well.
Yeah, I know, man. It's kind of rough because I'm trying to follow it, and I'm looking at Twitter, and Lurpus is having a field day talking about a physiotherapist for Guardian's back and stuff. And I'm just like, that's how Na'Vi work, man. Their T side on Overpass is built on Guardian. It's like Titan with Kenny. It's the same thing. Like, they literally just look to Guardian to get frags. So if they manage to grind out 8 rounds on the T side, yeah.
It's not a bad game plan either. To be honest, it's a pretty good game plan.
It's like when you're talking about like the offers the like of like Kenny S or Guardian, you're like, okay, I can see what you're doing there, right?
Yeah, that's definitely something to it. But we have our own match to look forward to. Knife is just completed. ProGaming.TD managed to come victorious out of that one as well, which they did on the first map. So if trend follows true, this should be TD's map to win because, well, KaBuM won Knife on Mirage, and they managed to close out that map.
Well, what's fun? Okay, well, we're already going to have the rush here. We'll talk about that during the break, but it's going to be the crossfire setup here, and it's going to come down to FBM. And FBM, they have no idea that he's here, but he runs out of bullets. He's going to go for the knife and fail it. What is he doing? What is he doing? Why didn't he reload? Oh, no. And now it's going to be RKZ looking for the headshot. He's not going to get it. He instead gets like insta-gibbed and bolts in the pit, gets overwhelmed. TD are getting slapped around here by KaBuM. It was the full-on train up arch onto the site, the full wraparound, and it's got the happy ending too. KaBuM got the plant, and they should be picking up this round.
They definitely should, unless Steel can do something absolutely magical. Kind of botches his flash, but rough situation regardless, and that probably should have been TD's round. As he said, what happens if FBM just reloads?
Oh my god.
They had 3 people in arch, basically just waiting for that train coming from KaBuM. They had every opportunity in the world to do so much damage to the T side, and they somehow come out of it so far behind.
He was, oh man, and he was so close to getting the knife as well, but really, you know, you get that knife, you're probably only getting the one, mate.
Yeah. The likelihood of you picking up more than one knife kill
like for a second
in a
there,
game at all?
Dude, for a second there, I saw Shroud, you know, with the CZ, you know, up on the boxes, and here he is in new corner. I'm thinking, oh man, he's got that CZ, this is going to be a slaughter, and then he just whiffs everything.
Chance snipes all around.
That is... That's brutal. But, you know, coming back to another point, it was ProGaming.TD actually picking up Dust 2. That was their pick. KaBuM picked up Mirage, which was theirs. And now Inferno. Well, it's all going to come down to this map right here. But I'm still waiting. But the Nova is not going to happen. But guess what? TD, they don't believe in just one Nova. They believe in 2 Novas. You double up at the shoddy play.
Double Nova power.
Oh, my God, no.
Barely misses that shot. So FBM all alone, and I guess that's one difference from what we've seen in the other maps. Seeing how Mirage and, well, both Mirage and Dust 2 are a tad bit more open maps and have the opportunity for, I guess, quicker pickoffs with scouts.
Yep.
We see Novas being picked up instead of scouts on the eco rounds, which makes sense really. If you can get close quarters with the Nova, like they were planning to do up in apps there, then that could do massive damage to KaBuM. Well, fortunately for them, they kind of botches all their shots, but you know that happens sometimes.
Well, exactly, that happens, and it's a $1,200 investment, so it's not the end of the world, right? And if you get a kill with it, $900 in your pocket. So it's like that's why the Nova is like the manliest gun. Is that the return? Like you can profit off of that. You know, Swag 7, you still have to get 2 kills to pay it off. Nova, you're gonna be making money after 2, like a massive amount. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile pickup because obviously, in addition to the 900 you make to cover your investment in the round, you also pretty much delete 4K of investment from KaBuM's side, and they're not going to get all of that back even if they win the round.
Yeah. It's a sick gun. It's a sick gun. It's Devil Walk's favorite gun. After I shot him in the face with it a bunch of times, he just.
I think it's Genius too. I remember a certain train match.
No, it wasn't Gino. Who was it?
But wasn't it in the Fox Club? And did your GoTV just
Yeah, mine did.
decide to swap.
Let's see. What's going on here?
It's loading in. I don't know what really happened.
I'm loading into Dust right now.
I think it's just a placeholder. It's been saying dust for all the map changes. So I think we're gonna go back to, well, an empty map. Yeah, for me, it's just a white screen.
I'm in Nirvana.
It says Aztec.
Yeah, it
That,
does.
well, okay then. Not really sure what's going on right now. I'm assuming we're not going to play Aztec as a surprise map to close that out. But I'm assuming if the GoTV relay got reset, then something happened to the server as well.
What is going on? They might have just messed with the GoTV relay.
Might have been. This is where we need Peter
Yeah,
to
Peter,
calm our
save
nerves
us.
quickly. Huh.
No way.
They managed to do it on the server as well? Or
No
something
way. Did
has-
somebody actually? Did that really happen?
I have no idea.
Oh,
But
that's
if
pretty
that
brilliant.
happened, then I would have assumed that the relay also followed us into whatever the next map was. Right? That
Yeah,
would
the
make
relay
sense.
followed us. Apparently, somebody got the Archon and just changed the map to Aztec. So
Really?
somebody's a dirty troll.
Wow.
I don't even know.
Well then. Well, that's a first in a long while.
Okay then.
Please wait for broadcast to start on Aztec. Well then. Well, yeah, the players are joining up on Aztec.
Yep, we got everybody here. So, first time 2014 Aztec. Sound good, guys? Let's see.
I mean, who knows with the Valve match, with the map pools and Valve tournaments, we might see it. Who knows? Okay, they're gonna change it back now, so I'm assuming we're gonna go back to Inferno. I'm not really sure if they have a saved round, I guess from Inferno, because the score was 3-0 for KaBuM, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been the first buy round, obviously. And well, we're obviously on a delay, so they probably finished that first buy round as well. So it's going to be interesting to say where they replay this from, or if they even have that opportunity.
That's
Or
what
if
I'm
they're just
wondering right
gonna
now.
Yeah, if they're going to start it from scratch again. Normally, or in the olden days before we had technology that allowed us to move back in time and whatnot, if ever there was a crash before third round, you'd just start out from scratch, 0-0, new pistol round, all that jazz.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of how everybody went about it. It was the clan-based rules. That was what everyone was using for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as long as everyone is okay with that, then there's no problem with it. But it's never a good feeling when you've won the pistol, especially a pistol that you probably shouldn't have won as well. And you've lived through the CZ and Nova horrors that were looming, and you finally get out of it, then you probably want to continue from there. But I guess time will tell what we're gonna do.
I mean, it's all riding on this. I mean, if the trend continues, right, the one you brought up, like this is such an important map for TD. Is
Oh yeah.
They got bodied on Mirage. Like they need to come back into this strong on Inferno. But already it looks like KaBuM. They have an idea. That would have been just the perfect momentum train there for KaBuM to carry off on. And
Absolutely.
for that to come to a halt, that's really brutal. Even if TD win now, that's really brutal for TD because all of a sudden it's just like, well, yeah, we got that, but
Exactly. Yeah. The tiny asterisks.
yeah, exactly. But there were shenanigans involved.
Exactly. Hopefully it's not something that's going to affect the teams. Obviously, it probably will. But if anyone, it's probably going to go in the disfavor of, it's going to be a disadvantage for KaBuM, obviously, it's a good start.
Well, let's see.
I'm just glad it didn't happen in the 14th round or something where... Or not the 14th, in the 10th round where everything is just all set. If they don't have the opportunity to load up the game from where someone changed it.
I'm checking something as well here. Just a moment. So, like, I guess, like, what is he? RKZ is bringing up rules. Like, okay, the rules will tell you exactly what has to happen. Is there a set of rules that is loaded in? Apparently, right now the admins are setting it up.
They're setting up the loaded game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that is the case, then no harm was done. I guess some feathers might have been rattled or ruffled, but other than that, should be fine.
I don't know what's going on. It's like chaos in the admin chat as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to figure out what the hell is supposed to be happening here.
I'm trying to learn Portuguese on the fly to figure out what the players are talking about, but it's not working out too well. All right. I'm sure we'll get to a solution somehow in not too long. And in any case, we could probably manage to get into a similar situation where, if you want to do it the really silly way, the old way, you could just allow KaBuM to get X amount of frags for certain rounds, depending on how it went previously, and take it from there. I remember, I think it was Nip who actually did that in a game. When ebot or something didn't work properly, so they had to kill certain players in a certain in a certain way, and do that for 2 rounds in a row or something, and they messed it up like 500 times before they finally got it right. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to a solution and can continue on with this game.
Yeah, that's it. They're still trying to figure out a solution, actually, in the meantime. So there's also the GoTV lag. So whatever they try, it's 90-second delay. So we're gonna have to kind of like twiddle our thumbs a little bit, guys, and just wait for things to get updated. But it should be 3 rounds for KaBuM right now on the T side, going into ProGaming.TD's first buy round. At least that's what should be happening here. But we just started this map of Inferno, so. That's what's happening right now. I'm just kind of getting updated on everything else as well. But apparently Na'Vi have picked up the map, so it's going to map 5 now versus LDLC.
Yeah, they won Dust 2-1 overtime and Overpass on. I think they went Overpass 16-12.
Yeah, they did, and apparently that was just off of like 8 rounds on the T side of Overpass as well, on for Na'Vi.
Yeah,
like obscene. You're in a really
consistent.
tight spot if you're letting the other side get 8 rounds on their T side. But I feel like LDLC, like the real problem is just that they have. It's like it's closing games, man. It's closing games. That's the issue.
I honestly feel that Overpass isn't that much of a CT map as it's made out to be.
You feel like it's more of a T map, really?
No, not more of a T map, but I feel it's way closer than what people are.
So what do you think?
Yeah,
what do you think the average score should be?
Once the dust settles, I guess, and everyone's played the map a whole bunch, I think it would be closer to. Obviously, it's dependent on teams. I mean, some teams work better on some maps than others, but I think average probably 96 or 8-7 in favor of the CTs.
Really, but like we're seeing every map go 10-5, man. And if you get 5 rounds on the T side, you should be considering yourself lucky.
Yeah, but I think there's still so much room for improvement on the map because it's still completely new. Hell, teams are still figuring out new stuff on maps like Inferno.
Oh yeah.
So there's lots of room for improvement on Overpass, Cobblestone, whatever you have it, and
it's gonna be a real pleasure watching that, man. The development, just to see how basically the map gets played out. Yeah, exactly. Because now we've been at this map at least at the start, right? We've seen it from the beginning. Now, how does it develop? Like, that's really fun.
Yeah. For those, I guess this is a bit of CS trivia while we wait, I guess. Things like pop flashing, that's something everybody knows about these days, right?
Nah, man. What's a pop flash? Hit me.
A pop flash is when you throw a flash towards an area where it barely gets past the edge it's supposed to go towards the area it's supposed to flash, right? So you basically have no opportunity to actually turn away from the flash because you can't see it until it pops. That's a pop flash. pop flashes weren't used in CS until about 2005.
Okay.
Nobody really knew about it. Nobody really thought about it. You just threw a flash. Smokes as well. Smokes were not heavily used at all until, I guess, modern times in CS.
Mm-hmm.
And it took quite a few years before teams started integrating all of that stuff into their playstyles. So if you go back, watch, let's say, a CPL finals from 2003, 2002, you'll see so many weird things. And, well, by today's standards, so such a low level of play that you're going to be completely flustered by it. It's really crazy, but that's kind of how things go. And I think we're going to see the same thing in CSGO. We're going to learn things 1.5 years from now. We're going to know so much more about the game and have a completely different take on how to play it compared to what we do today.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of one of the really cool things about the game as well. It's a similar thing with mobile games as well. Somebody figures out the perfect item build for a hero, the perfect mesh of 5 heroes that you can put together, all of that kind of thing that just really makes it fun, really, to follow the game and see how it basically transforms as time goes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pop flashes, smokes, that was, just silly nonsense back in the day. But now you can't really call yourself a CS team if you don't have like 500 pop flashes and know every smoke on Earth.
Exactly right. That's the level now of the teams. That's the real pleasure, the real fun of it all.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it so difficult now to get into that top scene, because there's just, a decade worth of information that you need to absorb to even catch up, which is why people are...
This is why it's so important to have people with experience on your team.
And that's exactly it, right? I was talking to Shoxy, and he was having that... He was just wondering, scratching his head, how the hell did Snacks improve so quickly? Snacks and Bialy. He just couldn't understand it. Yeah. And I was just like, dude, it's because you got that support structure. You got Taz and Neo on that team. They're just feeding them information all day.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have a guy like Taz or Neo telling you, and well, in that situation, this and this and that is better than this and this and that, you're gonna listen to them. Like, who wouldn't listen to CS tips from Neo? It'd be crazy not to do that. And it's very obvious that both Snacks and Bialy have taken all of the advice and all of the tricks they've picked up from Taz and Neo to heart. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been so good in such a short amount of time span. Because I remember playing versus Bialy and Snacks as well before they joined the now VP team, and they were completely different players. They're completely average players. It does a lot, but we see the same thing over and over again with people getting the opportunity. Freiburg, for instance, in CSS, he was absolutely very good player, but it wasn't in the top X of players in CSS. By any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, from himself, he said it. He's just like, I got in really early. Double tag there. That's really nice by ZQK.
Oh, we're back?
Yeah, we're back.
Well, here am
We've been talking for like a round and a half, actually, dude.
Oh, well, you should have stopped me.
Dude. I was under the impression.
I was under the impression that things were not yet sorted out.
Sorry about that. We're into it. No. It's good. It's good. We saw the first buy round and the first, the anti-buy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm all for that sort of thing though, because I was painting a picture. That's the thing. Sometimes it's all about experimentation, right? I was just trying to paint the picture with the observing, and we're dropping some history, some knowledge, right? But
history lessons
in the meantime. No, but that's the really fun part about it, right? Freiburg himself basically got into it saying, well, I just put the most time in at the beginning. I saw CSGO. Yeah. I knew that you had to play, like, this was the future. And so he got into it before everybody else. And so when the team started to take shape, well, he was just like, hey, what's up? I've got like 600 more hours than you. Let's play.
Yeah. He pulled in a ton of hours as well in the beta as well. And it's cool to see as well, because that hard work pays off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, well, Adam is just a monster.
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the best players in the world now. And you wouldn't say that at the beginning of CSGO, or like when CSGO beta came out. In 2012, you wouldn't say Freiburg is the best player or one of the best players in the world. But he is now. And that's really, really cool. But yeah, back to the game at hand, I guess. KaBuM managed to pick up that crucial buy round after they more or less forced up after TD took back one round. in their first buy round.
They might be forcing KaBuM right back to the one man with the M4A1. This could be huge here for TD. If they can keep FBM a secret until KaBuM have committed, this could get really hairy because there's only 30 seconds left for KaBuM. They have to go for this site at this point. They don't have any time to back off. And now FBM is hiding behind. His teammates are drawing the attention. We lose Bolts, but RKZ is still here. And I don't think FBM has shown himself. He's just now shown himself, and it's not going to be enough. He gets picked up.
I think RKZ and Bolts, perhaps Bolts more than anyone else, needed to pace himself a tiny bit more. He could have stood passively by Coils really for a longer time instead of pushing out and making himself open to at least 2 KaBuM members. And that situation that could have bought more time for FBM and potentially created a crossfire for him and FBM onto any KaBuM members that actually entered the site. But it was a nice effort from TD. They don't get too much for it. They do pick up 2 kills, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. And we see now having to go with a force buy with FAMAS's and lackluster amount of nades.
No, it's not looking too hot right now. This is definitely, well, TD under a lot of pressure to get around on the board because they've given away way too much. Now they've gone for a force buy. If they lose this round, they are so deep in the hole. KaBuM could just run away with the game right here. That's not the position you want to be in on the last map of a best of 3 series that you started off by winning the first map on. Like to find yourself in this kind of position is kind of uncomfortable. Kind of.
It is.
Just, sort of.
A tad uncomfortable.
A smidge.
And it's kind of well, it's an unfortunate trend for TD as well because, as you said, they started off well on Dust 2, and then they got. Well, obviously, it's in part due to KaBuM playing these force buys on Mirage really well, but you could say that TD lost a couple of rounds that they probably should have won or normally would win.
Yeah.
So they tiny bit unlucky on Mirage. They lose that map, and if it continues downwards, this could end up being a stomp for KaBuM.
Well, we have to see. 40 seconds again, and KaBuM have used a lot of smokes. Well, actually, they still have 3, but they used 2 smokes over on the B side. And it does look like they want to wind up on the B side. So they're probably going to be setting up for those B smokes. Like we can see them here coming in. So we'll have the one going into CT. Wabam. And no smoke actually to take up on... Oh, they're going to go for the molly behind Coils. But now look at this. FBM gets mollied in the back as well. He has to push forward. He has to get a kill. And he's going to do just that. Solid play here. He loses his mate, but he still denies the plant. 10 seconds left. And FBM, this is what we're talking about. FBM gets a quad kill. He could potentially pick up the ace. And he will. That's it, the master play. And right when TD needed it, FBM steps up to the plate. Ace to hold that B side. Perfect.
That was so well done. Holy hell. And the smokes actually worked against KaBuM in that situation because FBM had full coverage from everyone from KaBuM. The second he went out from the dark corner or the noob corner on the B-bomb side, he got into an isolated situation where he was able to pick up the guy coming up from barbecue towards Coils. And he managed to pick up him. And then he gets the guy who's planning. So that's basically a 1 versus 0. because there's nothing to the guy who's planning. Nothing he can do. Finds the next guy as well with his back turned against him because he's aiming towards spawn because the smoke's starting to wane from spawn. Just a lot of great things happening for FBM and a lot of unfortunate events happening in quick succession for KaBuM.
Oh.
I like this from RKZ.
Yeah, I'm currently wondering what's going on with the ping, however, for KaBuM. They're all up to 200 ping, 233. I think they're on LAN right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if they were at LAN Cafe. This is something the old Made in Brazil team used to do as well.
Just get on a LAN Cafe?
Yeah. When they went to Sweden, they basically lived at Inferno Online for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is not playable for KaBuM, obviously, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pause or something coming in after this. Ooh, Steel actually botches the smoke.
That's not going to help things, but he does manage to pick him up coming in from construction. RKZ is going to drop down, give him a hand. Bomb is making its way up banana now. It's just going to be Lucas hoofing it. And now he's down to 111 ping. If he can find that headshot, this would be great, but he's not going to manage it. And it's going to be Fur, who does manage to pick up the man rotating in from A site. That's an AWP that's dropped on Speedway. He can't actually pick it up. This may cost him here because Bolts is waiting, and Bolts will find him. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pause coming in now.
It's just like their ping actually normalized or stabilized as soon as everything was over. I guess the one thing they could say that is a positive was they didn't have a buy round.
Yeah. Maybe
That's probably the only positive I guess you can bring from it. But KaBuM, staying tried and true to what they've been doing the entire game, that's forcing up.
Yeah, keeping the pressure up. But this is the right call to make. I mean, if you look at the money right now for TD, like there just isn't a whole lot of it on their side. So if KaBuM can keep the pressure up, they're getting frags. If they can just keep the pressure up right now, they win a round, and TD, all of this hard work they've put into picking up these 2 rounds now could go to waste. They could be forced into a double eco situation, and that would just be, well, very frustrating if you're TD.
I'm surprised they still didn't notice that he got tagged there. That's surprising. ZQK managed to pick up the return frag onto fair, so they do come out somewhat unscathed at the beginning. But yeah, I completely agree. This could be all for naught for TD if they don't pick up this round, and KaBuM doing the similar thing to what they did on Mirage, really. Forcing up, and they had great luck with it on Mirage, so if they're able to do it on Inferno as well, TD are in a lot of trouble.
I'm going to be looking to Bolts right now. He's got the prime position looking into apartments. Hen is currently waiting up there. He's probably going to be throwing those initial nades. FNX has got his back as well with that bomb. But now Bolts, he's going to be looking through. Archway has been cleared up. Bolts, does he decide to peek up? Is he going to take the risk? They're going to spot his feet. He still gets the headshot. And now it's going to come down to SZQ. Or ZQK, rather. And it's not going to happen. This is it, man. TD.
Rough position. Still doable for FBM, though, even though there is 2 full HP members from KaBuM left alive. But if KaBuM play this carelessly, he could be able to pick up these people one by one.
Oh, they're even peeking, but there you go, Fallen, man. Second frag of his round, and he does manage to get it. Yeah. And Fallen currently not sitting at the top, only 7 frags to his name, but still played well in the last map. It's really Fur doing a lot of the work right now for the T side, 12 frags.
Fur's been playing really well. I've been really impressed by Fur, how he's been playing so far in this entire best of 3, really.
Yeah, Dust too. He did some good work as well. You're right.
Yeah, had some crucial rounds on Mirage as well.
All right. Well, now eco situation coming out here from TD, so that's not too it's not too cheerful right now on the CT side of the map. Not going to be a double eco. They should be able to force up in the next round, but again, they're going to find themselves in that awkward force buy situation. So not ideal. Fur putting one through through ZQK's face. And it's going to be the A stack here, straight up from TD. They're not wasting any time. They're not mincing any words. They realize what's happening, and they're just saying, okay, we're going to put it all on this A site. We will be holding here.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, KaBuM is not committed to this side at all. You can see the bomb is still dropped down and towards T-spawn. FNX is going to pick it up right now, and KaBuM could easily opt to go for the B-bomb side instead.
Oh, there it is. Bolts does manage to pick up one. That's really nicely done. But FBM steps in with that CZ75, and he's going to pick up a kill. We're into a 3-on-3 now. All these angles really playing into TD's hands. Another frag goes his way. He's still got 6 bullets. This is instant death. If he can play the corner correctly here, if Lucas walks into it. There you go. There's the peekaboo. Uses 2 of them. 4 bullets left now. And this is setting it up for the flank here. Steal. They have now got KaBuM boxed in. And with 25 seconds left, the KaBuM, they could potentially, if they left now, they could make that play for B. But now it's FBM. He runs out of bullets, and he's going to open it up. But his mates are right behind this guy. They are hot on his heels. But KaBuM, it's going to be FNX, last man alive. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, double spray. I think not. RKZ will clutch it. And just like that, we have an eco round win for TD.
That's somehow how the pistol round should have played out in my eyes. Because there you had the heavy focus on Arch from TD. They actually managed to land the frags this time. I think it was FBM did a great job picking up 2 frags in Arch there. Yeah, that was absolutely huge for them. That's probably how the pistols should have played out. And this time KaBuM does the very rare mistake. They haven't made it really at all so far in this game, and actually running in kind of blind in towards the site, and they got punished for it.
Yeah, they're kind of just YOLOing all over the place. In fact, they're going to walk up onto Arch here. Smoke to block off ZQK. Flash to follow. That's going to slow things down. He could potentially get caught, and there you go. What? The 180 shot. Okay. That was sick.
Yeah, ZQK is definitely feeling it right now. He's had a couple of good rounds in a row.
Sit down. Sit down, Fallen.
That's a really nice thing for TD as well. They managed to pick up an anti-eco without losing a single person. So in addition to already having a 1 in eco round, they've actually gotten a head start onto building that economy that they desperately need. They can potentially lose a round now and still be able to get an okay buy.
Mm-hmm.
And that way keep the pressure up on KaBuM.
Oh, this is a scary moment here. RKZ is going, he's fully committing to this. He's got backing here by FBM, but this is going to get hairy real quick. FBM still managing it. RKZ going for the wild spray, and they actually managed to make it out of there intact. They hold on to the entry frag. Top of banana, and a really solid play there by TD.
Barely taking any damage as well. Only FBM, who was heavily committed to getting that frag, only loses 23 HP.
Dude, FBM was in a full-on no-fear moment there. He was just like, I'm getting this frag. This guy is dead, and I don't care if his mates are watching. I mean, that's full faith in RKZ as well.
Oh yeah, that's believing in your teammates. Fallen taking a lot of damage before he takes out ZQK. ZQK actually getting the leg shot on him. Fallen hitting full body that time, so he comes out ahead. Still a pretty doable, or an okay situation for TD to be in, I think, even though there are only 2 people towards that A bomb site.
It's really awkward right now, though. Second smoke goes down on this B site, and there's 30 seconds left on this clock. That's not a lot of time. KaBuM are going to have to go running through this smoke eventually if they decide to come up here. They've got 3 guys here with the bomb as well. And one of those guys has got an AWP. Not the best weapon to rush down, but FBM peeks out. Instant headshot. Perfect work. That sets it up. Fallen is looking for the shot, but RKZ is there to cover as well. This could turn into a situation where Fallen may have to back off. 10 seconds left. He picks up the bomb. He hightails it out. But guess what? Bolts is there to cut him off. He is not going to make it out of here intact. Runs out with the nade. And there you go. The job is done. Lucas, the last man alive here for KaBuM, and TD are fighting their way back into this half. Round after round here. They bring it back to 6-6.
Slowly but certainly bringing it back. And now they're in a really good state, economically speaking. And Lucas, he was the one who actually saved the AK, yeah. So him saving or letting the time run out obviously leaves him with $50. He's not going to get any of that money from losing the round, as the others do. So this is a pretty bad spot for KaBuM to be in. Luckily for them, though, they do have 6 rounds already. So it's not completely horrible.
Nice control here by Bolts. HE combo, yes please, doesn't do too much. Another one is there to get picked up by RKZ, but it's going to be Bolts again with the peek. Gets another frag. That's 3 for him now. Last man alive is going to be Fur. Fur, if ever there was a time to shine, now is it. He changes up his angle. This is actually pretty clever. Bolts could walk around this corner checking left, and he's going to do that, but then Fur misses the shot. He's still going to get the follow-up kill. Bolts finally gets taken out. This isn't too shabby here. KaBuM, if Fur could somehow live, if he can somehow live through this, he's got the money to buy up next round.
I think the issue for them is the fact that Lucas was the one who, well, he's not going to survive. So the only issue they would have had is the fact that Lucas, who was the one who survived the previous round, he's only going to get the money bonus or he's going to get the money that everyone else got the previous round. Yeah. So he's going to be at 2-9. So he would have needed the AK in that case, and that would have potentially left Fair in an awkward situation where you have to buy P250 armor, CZ armor, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, we're seeing Lucas forcing up with that Season 75. Hen does have an op though, so he could potentially create some openings for KaBuM.
Let's see right now. Actually, pretty aggressive play on B right now. Again, TD using that smoke at bottom banana to herd KaBuM towards that A site. KaBuM obliging them, getting up to top mid and second mid, up into apartments as well, but nobody is here to greet them from TD. They're all kind of just lurking around this map, although look at this aggressive play coming out from RKZ. He decides to push right past. They smoke off T-Pit. And this could be really awkward here. KaBuM, if they try and push through, they could get sandwiched.
I like this flip from RKZ. This is so cool.
Oh, yeah, that's going to set it up. It's that 1-2 combo. Oh, ZQK can't get out there fast enough, though, for the follow-up, so it turns into a 1-for-1. That was a really cool position if they could have kept the crossfire. That's the one thing there. ZQK getting forced off that corner.
It worked out really well for the first frag. I guess RKZ probably should have had to reposition after they get the first frag because obviously they're going to know where he is at that point. Other than that, I think they got a lot out of it. Obviously, they have a ton of information as to where KaBuM are headed at this point.
That's got to be the ugliest Asimov I've ever seen. Just saying. Oh, headshot there from Steel though. And can he deny the plant? It doesn't look like it. This is awkward.
You know, concrete, hardest material in the CS history.
Yeah, not a single bullet, even from a gigantic sniper rifle. Or from...
This is actually pretty cool from KaBuM. I highly doubt they're gonna expect 2 players from KaBuM being here in an after plant.
Whoa, they're actually like, so Fur gives away. Fur gives it away because it's planted for them. So
yeah, they can assume that one guy's there, but oh, FNX, yeah, make quick work of them.
that was way too close. That was way too close.
But it was a really nice idea from KaBuM because there's no way TD are, well, first off, they have to commit one guy to holding the bomb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one remaining CT has to cover a lot of angles, and with Fer giving away his position, that kind of forces his hand to hold there. So he has to show himself the entire time. So as long as you gang up on him and go 2 versus 1, there shouldn't be a way where the one TD member actually gets both, unless he gets incredibly lucky.
Yeah, we have to talk like double headshot lucky there, and that's
exactly. And barring that happening, that's always going to leave one KaBuM member with the opportunity to go out and punish the guy defusing. So I like that play from KaBuM. That's nicely done.
But they smoke it off. Said QK is waiting here, banana. As soon as this smoke clears, this could get hairy. Instead, all right. So arch smoke coming in, short smoke in. So where do KaBuM take this? They've got 50 seconds on the clock now. Rotation coming out now from Bolts trying to cut off this angle. Flash over the corner, and this should be KaBuM's opportunity to get around here fairly quickly. And there you go. They fully commit to it. FBM just waiting to smoke, but that's going to be a way too late there. He's actually going to get caught out in the open right now, and it's a bit tough to tell what's happening, but he's manages to get into a corner again. FBM is pulling just flush of things right now. This is obscene. And somehow they are still in this. It's going to be a man pushing up on short, however, to find some good kills. Hen, however, is in a bit of an awkward spot, and they come right around that corner and pick him off, but the bomb has still managed to get onto that site. The plant is going down, and FNX, he's watching his mates back to make sure that he can get that plant. Oh, man. 1v3, though, and they're closing in. A apartments, he's been spotted out, goes for the shot, doesn't get it. Somehow drops RKZ down to 5 HP. Did he shoot? Did he headshot him through something there?
I think he just got quite a few hits on him. I didn't see his spark, so I don't think he headshot RKZ. That was FBM kind of salvaging the round there, putting TD on top with his life on the line. As much as you can put your life on the line in CS, that was it. Basically just bum rushing through smokes and just going ham.
Right? That's it. It's just bum rushing through smokes. Like, it's full-on flusha. Okay, I'm going through this smoke now, guys. Wish me luck. That it actually works.
I actually don't know this, but it would have been really... actually, it could be that FBM played for a Brazilian team called Firefighters in 1.6, which would have been fitting, diving into through smokes.
Yeah, you use smoke to put out fire in this game, man. Makes perfect sense.
Well, you know, fire needs air to breathe.
Yes, this...
It's that triangle, man. All right, so the banana stack not really working out for KaBuM right now, but... Ooh.
Take that back, Ben.
Spoke too soon. I thought they were going to check there, but obviously Lucas makes them pay for it. Now it's down to 3v2, so TD is still in a pretty good position. Hen dropped down to half HP. And look at that. The remaining parts of TD are already on the A bomb site.
Yep, they just left the one man. He was the sacrificial lamb. They said, go. Be free. But not really, because you're going to die.
Yeah, that's taking one for the team right there.
Oh, that's just painful as well. Instant headshot on FNX. That's not how you want to go about a retake right there.
And they don't have... Well, they actually have a defuse kit on hand, so there is a slight chance they can do this, but the afterblood positions from TD are really good right now.
Yeah, at this point, smart move here. FNX, back off, hold on to the gear you've got. I would have loved for him to be able to get in there and actually pick up that kit on short, but... Hold on to the CZ. Maybe you'll have some better luck in the next round. But that's not going to be KaBuM picking up the T side or their pistol round here for the CT side. It's going to be TD picking up their T side pistol. One of them goes up with the bomb, but still, job is done, and they're going to have the rifles going into this round.
Yeah, that banana stack did not work out how KaBuM had envisioned it. I I think that's safe to say. Even though Lucas did a great job equalizing the score there, picking up 2 frags, I think they would have liked to at least hold TD back for KaBuM to potentially make a rotation and actually get some sort of feel of control over the map, but that just didn't happen. Great job from ZQK actually holding or forcing the remaining KaBuM members over to that B bomb site.
Yeah, I'm really curious now. I'm like, what I want to see is what in this first buy round do we see from KaBuM? You know, do they go for just banana aggression to shut it down? Are they going to go for aggression at all? Or are they just going to try and play passive? Like, right now, it's best not to get ahead of ourselves here because this is still a pistol buy.
Yeah.
And a cool one, and actually.
Yeah, they've actually they really believe in their scouts. Picked up 1 on Fallen and on Hand, so same people we saw on both Dust 2 and Mirage.
Yeah, but Fallen, I think he got his dropped to him because he's got a Kelmet Kevlar.
Kelmet Kevlar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been Lucas who got 2 frags who dropped it for him, or potentially FNX since he survived.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's FNX, but still, that's really sick. Unfortunately for him, he's not able to really do too much with it. TD are going to be able to walk out onto this site, no problem at all. Quick rotation coming in here, however, from Fur, but oh, he jumps the gun. He's not going to land the shot, and now they know exactly where he is. He's still trying to take this fight, though, but he doesn't get the frag, and it's all going to be down to his mate now, Hen, with that scout, the last remaining one, and it's over. KaBuM get caught, and that the Gambit just doesn't pay off. Hen, actually, though, doesn't spend a lot of money that round, so he's going to be going for that AWP in the 19th, I think.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense, especially since he's been the second guy to pick up Knob whenever Fallen has opted not to. And I think he's playing towards the A-bomb site, so it makes more sense for him to do that initially than Fallen towards the B-bomb site.
Mm-hmm.
And KaBuM actually opting to play with 3 people towards that B-bomb site. Fallen kind of peeking aggressively down Banana to see if he can spot someone out quickly. And I think the idea is there, if Fallen actually falls down, if he gets taken out by either Bolts or ZQK, that could potentially trigger something from TD. But, that could trigger a quick push towards the B-bomb site from them, and then they would be surprised by FNX and Lucas both holding their strong. Fallen is actually really aggressive. He's peeking a lot right now on both edges of the map.
He's all over the place, man. Now he's rotating back towards that B site, now that smoke has gone down to block off CT, so... This is setting up TD for a B push if they want it. If they can find the entry frags, then they already control the site, right? But they're taking a lot of damage already. Lucas crouching behind the new boxes, doing some pretty good work. He's got his mates there to help him, but ZQK is going to find 1 frag. They need to find the last shot here on the Bolts, who's kind of pinned down in yellow right now. It's not looking too healthy for him.
And Bolts is actually going to come out of there alive. Somehow.
But look at Hen now. He's the only guy here on this site, and now they've seen it. Oh, nice shot there, though. Does manage to pick up the headshot, but it's not going to be enough. He gets overwhelmed, and the bomb plant will happen here for the T side. RKZ throws that down, and the rotation coming in here. Oh, they're just going YOLOing through the smoke. In fact, straight spray. RKZ doesn't let the knife happen. So close, and they're so low right now on the T side, but Lucas, he's just picked up an AK, and he bails. Like, that was a Die-Hard movie finish right there. Just goes leaping out of the apartment, but then Bolts... That is not a Hollywood finish. The hero gets shot in the back of the head. It's over. It's done. Your story, your dreams, your childhood, it's gone.
It's ended. It's over. I guess, in RoboCop, the villain then wins, I guess. So I guess TD are kind of taking the role of... taking their inspiration from that movie. Who knows?
Dude, RoboCop is dark. It's a messed up movie.
A lot of actually are. I'll have to show you something after the game.
Alright. I'll submit.
All right.
I'll submit.
Well, TD get off to a great start. They managed to, basically come out of that round with 3 members surviving, and also not allowing KaBuM to save that AK. So all in all, they should be really happy about their 2 anti-ecos, and they're actually going to push heavily in towards the B-bomb site. This is pretty cool.
Oh, look at that. They go running right through into CT, however. Taking a little bit of damage. Good spray there. But it seemed almost like KaBuM had an idea. But look at this. They don't actually know what to think. There's the wraparound, but now KaBuM, do they go back towards A? Do they take the bait? The bomb is dancing here, and the bomb is making its way back down Banana, but that's a fake as well. Oh, man. It's just fake and counter fake coming out here right now, but TD are selling this so hard.
The mind games are real at this point.
But look, but the thing is that there's still both members alive here at the back of the B site. So even if this bomb were to try and make its way up here, if Lucas spots this,
I don't think he's seen ZQK.
Fallen is going to get wrapped around on.
Oh, Lucas though bails him out. And RKZ and FBM, they're in CT spawn doing battle, but the time is about to run out on them. 5 seconds left, and well, they're gonna have a hard time surviving.
Yeah, look at this. Lucas is already hunting for him. He's trying to check all the corners. No, they're not there. Are you kidding me? They actually live.
They actually managed to make it out of there.
That is just incredible.
I really like the play from TD. The double fake there could have worked out really nicely, but I would have liked to see, instead of the two guys towards the A bomb site going actually obviously for B as their end goal, I would have liked to see them go around towards quad instead of rushing down arch through connector. Because I think that would have sold it more for KaBuM and potentially could have made Fallen or Lucas get out of their positions.
Because they might have, well, one of them might have gone into CT, and then it gets really...
try to rotate, and then you'd have Steel, who was already waiting in by Flowers. He could have easily picked up one of them, or ZQK for that matter. I think that could have played a big difference for them. But I think like the initial idea is really cool from TD.
Oh, some nice spray there, and then the follow-up here by Lucas. Good combo, the 1-2 combination over here on B, just holding down this site solid. Really fine work. Now it comes down to FBM.
They steal some of his inner FBM right there. Just bomb rush through the smoke. Didn't quite work out for him. Got picked off pretty easily by Lucas.
Looking for ZQK here. ZQK might be taking point on a big play. Lucas.
Lucas has no way to actually have his teammates help him out.
No, this is kind of, yeah, he's kind of just stuck. He's committed, but he's got that incendiary grenade. He's going to chuck that down. Next in line is going to be Fallen. It's going to be the Lucas Fallen combo, and there you go. Lucas picks up his, and Fallen picks up his, and now that's going to be RKZ, last man here. Goes for the fake plant. 20 seconds left. He has to bait them out into the open if he wants to have any hope at all. But Fur, he is a monster. No
the hope crusher.
No hope. No hope for these children.
Well, TD forced back to an eco because they didn't get that bomb plant in the end right there, but they're still in a pretty okay situation. They've got a 2-round lead. They can allow themselves to have a couple of ecos without getting too flustered about what's going on. KaBuM, on the other hand, they kind of have to keep this up right now. If they lose this round, they're going to be in a okay spot, but they don't want to lose too many members because then they could quickly be back to the situation where TD found themselves a lot of the times on Mirage.
Just that seesaw with the money.
Exactly.
ZQK. Oh, he still makes the headshot work. Are you kidding? Now it's going to be Hen, though.
FBM has picked up a Colt as well, so he could potentially do a lot of damage, but as I say that, the aim punch comes in full effect.
Yeah, nope. Not happening.
Basically, I was looking at FBM, and he had the, his crosshair was at the right place at the right time, but then one bullet came in from Hen, and all of a sudden he was aiming at the skies.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. It's pretty dramatic, man. Once you get hit by that bullet, it's gone. Like, you're not hitting that shot anymore, sorry.
Yeah, it's game over from that point on. But TD able to buy up now, and they can potentially do a lot of... Well, they didn't do a lot of economical damage to KaBuM in the previous round, but they could force KaBuM into a really awkward situation because their money isn't really well spread out. No. You've got Hen on 7k, but you've also got Fair, who's down to $500, and FNX on 1,300. So even though KaBuM are going to be able to get a buy in the next round, they're not going to get all the nades they want. They're not going to get really the perfect buy. And obviously they're going to basically bankrupt themselves if they are forced to buy up the next coming round as well.
Exactly. Well, it's like all the money is going to be gone. But yeah, it's a scary situation right now as well because TD... they haven't won that many rounds in a row where they can start slacking off a little bit, right, and getting all that bonus money. It's still scary for them.
Yeah. It seems like TD are having a heavy focus on drawing people towards that B bomb site. Regardless if they end up there in the end or not, they always start off every round like putting pressure on the B bomb site. I think that's an okay idea. It kind of saves them from being backstabbed potentially and having anyone lurking down, similar to what TD did on their CT half with RKZ pushing all the way down into mid to the point where he could backstab people coming in from second mid.
Oh, he only gets the one, though. Crossfire setup. Is it going to happen? Nope, he's going to get flanked, and that's not going to help. And, oh, and the second kill comes in as well. RKZ going big, but then first stabs him in the back. This is 2-on-3 now. Bolt's down fairly low, but the bomb has been planted plenty of time here. Holding the angle is ZQK. He's going to be forced back out into the open, into the waiting arms of FNX. But this is now going to be a 2-on-2 retake. All or nothing now. KaBuM are committed. They aren't giving this up, but it's going to be the crossfire, and there's the one. And there's the two. FBM with the double kill at the end. And that is TD just continuing with this dominance. Now, KaBuM, they run it back a few rounds, but you're right, Ben. Now it starts to get really scary. Look at this. All of their money that they've managed to save up over all these rounds is just gone. Like that. Done. They have nothing left.
And surprisingly enough, Fallen opts to go for FAMAS, even though he has 1,200 left. He could have easily bought a Colt there. I'm not really sure what the idea behind that was, but
that's a good point.
I guess he might be thinking the in long term, so he could potentially get one more buy or eke out one more gun.
Holy hell!
Later stages,
dude, Fallen has no fear, absolutely no fear. He just stood through two flashes, white, and just fires and gets the kill in combination with Lucas. But wow, just stands like right in the open, like right there. Out in the open, nowhere to go. Flash comes in, nah, not gonna move.
No fear, no problem, right?
That takes some serious courage right there.
Well, it starts off pretty good for KaBuM right now. TD seems like they want to go towards that A bomb site. I'm wondering if they want to. Actually, RKZ is moving over towards the B bomb site, so we might see a B split once again. Didn't work out too well for TD last time around.
No, especially since they have the crossfire set up here in CT. It's just not going to happen. He gets forced back over, and guess what? There's a man waiting on the other side, FNX in library. But this is, again, going to be down to Lucas here. First line of defense on this B site. Finds the headshot on Steel. Not going to get the second one. Shoots his teammate instead. But still, gets the job done. And KaBuM, they bounce right back in. And just like that, we're talking about how desperate a situation it is for KaBuM. It's the same thing for TD. They're down to 1,400 starting money again.
This is turning into a mirage all over again, really. Money's all over the place. Eco every other turn for both teams. It's just a lot of back and forth. And unfortunately for TD, when they obviously the initial B split didn't work out, but it still could have gone pretty well for them if they'd had one more smoke for CT spawn there as they went in towards B. But unfortunately for them, they didn't have that. That made them kind of open and easy targets for both Lucas and Fallen.
Kind of just, yeah, exactly. Lucas, they really did have a nice crossfire. And again, I think it's going to be Fallen point man. Fallen blind, but Lucas on the site, just alive. Well, until I cursed him, that is. Fallen will find the last one there, but 2 kills for Fallen, 3 for Lucas, and a very solid hold coming out from KaBuM. Nice way to handle that anti-eco round. And they have more than enough money to re-equip Lucas, so it's not over quite yet. Don't really disagree with what TD went for there. I mean, you kind of just, sometimes you just kind of have to go for it and cross your fingers. It's just, that crossfire from KaBuM looks so good.
Yeah. They didn't get bogged down by smokes or anything, so it's a completely valid attempt from TD. Absolutely. Fallen actually got a tiny bit lucky. He got saved by Lucas there, because the first guy was running in from TD was more or less in the face of Fallen until Lucas managed to grab him down. But we're seeing a double eco from TD. So TD are not following the same trend as KaBuM, because if that was KaBuM, I think they would have actually forced bought in that situation around 3k. They would have just bought Galil's armor and just gone with it.
It's going to be an arch wrap here from TD, though. 3 guys alive, a Deagle, a P250, and a GLOCK. Fur Monster, though, is going to get caught out by Lucas, who's holding that angle. Fur Monster collects the remaining 2 frags, and just like that, KaBuM are in the lead. Yeah. This is their big opportunity. If they can shut them down this round, it starts to get very good. I mean, basically, TD will have to force up to keep KaBuM off a match point. That's way too scary.
And it's not going to be a good force buy either. Or it's not going to be an okay force buy from TD as well at this point. But seeing how TD did go for a double eco, that gives me the feeling that they feel confident enough in their just standard play with guns in full buy rounds to actually win this round and close out KaBuM. Because otherwise they would have forced bought easily. because now they've just given KaBuM more or less enough leeway to have enough money to buy each and every round until the game's over.
I'm watching right now. Fallen. Not going to find anything here. But there are the nades. And now we have to see the hold. They've got the molly set up as well. Fallen is not on the angle currently. It's going to be Lucas and Fallen working together here in tandem. But they still have FBM kind of floating around in mid. TD haven't fully committed to the B site quite yet. Although these smokes are starting to run out for them. So they still have 2 on FBM and ZQK. But they need to actually kind of use those at some point. It looks like they want to change it up and go to A.
This is really unfortunate as well, because ZQK was boosted up on the logs down in Banana to watch for any potential KaBuM members who were holding from the back of sight, either by new boxes or new corner. And the second he drops down, Lucas goes back into that position, but still opens things up, taking down Hen. Fur Monster, though, or Fur, holding the fort down on A by himself.
Oh, that flash is nasty. Oh! Oh! Hits! No! He pulled the get right! Oh, that was brutal.
Gets bailed out by Fallen, though, and now it's all down to Steel. He's getting hunted.
How does... This guy's an alcoholic. How many Molotovs does he have? Oh, man, that spray there, though, I could have swore that was going to be a slaughter. Because that was 2 guys. He played the footsies right as well. Just kind of darted in, darted out, baits the shot out, and then catches them. And then he just can't pull his crosshair onto the target fast enough with the spray.
It was a really nice thing what he did with the flash as well, because he gave the idea that he was actually going to push out with the flash as well. So none of the TD members actually turned away from the flash because they were expecting him to push out with the flash. So he had an ideal opportunity there. But I know what it feels like when you're basically just creating a ton of halos around your opponents.
You're throwing them for loops. They're working their hips, and then this happens.
The gyrating is too real.
Man, they believed for a second. There's just massive spray over here. All right, now it's just 3 guys holding on the B side, but this is a big buy coming in now from TD. Basically, the buy for TD. They have to keep KaBuM off match point. And in the meantime, you still have 3 guys lurking over for TD on the other side. Pressure coming out here from ZQK. Good turnaround there from the flash. He's going to try and catch him out in the open. Not going to get it quite. Hen's still there with that AWP. Gets baited out with the shot. Misses another one. Gets tagged down slow. And then peekaboo. Fur Monster is waiting. 5 bullets. Oh, that's enough to get the job done. So close.
FPM had several opportunities there to actually punish FNX and Pit right there. He's going to get another opportunity right now. It's not going too well for him, though. It finally takes him down, actually, but he loses a lot of health in the process. So 1-on-4 with 22 HP and a Galil. 14 seconds left. Bomb ZP, bomb site. Not going too well for him.
What is... Yeah, FPM, man. 5 seconds. Yeah, no. It was more like Hen just missed shot after shot after shot this round. Could have made it a lot easier for his team in the end, but I guess just his presence, just him being alive is also very good.
The second ZQK actually managed to get Hen to rotate around and swap out positions. That's when FPM had the opportunity to put down the hurt on FNX, because FNX started throwing nades towards quad and he had no focus towards apps at all, and he was standing quite in the open as well. And
wow. The
nades are real right now. Taking out 2 members from TD, and they're already in a pretty bad situation. They do manage to pick up fair, so that's obviously a tiny win for them at this point, but they're gonna have such a hard time actually getting through to this bomb site.
FBM with the hip peak. And now it gets really tough. They're limited on their nades as well. They've got 1 HE and 1 flash. Make that 1 HE. ZQK going to flash up short. Nade on short to follow. Going to catch him out in the open, though. FNX is down. And the bomb is slowly migrating its way up the banana.
Now it's all about ZQK managing to grab, well, KaBuM's attention long enough for the 2 remaining TD members to actually make it up banana, but that's not the case. Fallen has already rotated around, and he's going to be able to help out his teammate.
And there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of your BenQ All-Star Show match. It is KaBuM. Unfortunately, I think my mic is dying.
Oh,
But that's so random. I didn't even touch anything. How did it just go from working to not working all of a sudden? What is going on? Okay.
no idea.
So-
I had a bit of an issue with my cord, so I just kind of twisted it around every other way.
I think it's got something to do with the PC. Because I
That
keep
might
having,
be.
it's like I plug it back in again and then it works just fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go, guys. That's going to be it. Then, was this show match everything you could have hoped for?
It was really fun. We got to see some different takes on how to play CS. We got to see a mid to A split on Dust 2, so that makes me happy. And I think we got a fairly okay indication of how good these teams are, because we know that from previous results that ProGaming.TD have done well against European teams and NA teams, right? And for KaBuM to actually trounce them and beat them 2-1, that bodes well for them. And we definitely saw some impressive aim in a lot of situations. I think my biggest takeaway from this game, or the biggest surprise to me in this game, was Fair. He just played really well and had some really crisp shots. So that's going to be fun to watch at ESWC. I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Nah, exactly. I mean, you pretty much summed it up right there. Like, now ESWC, it's like 2 weeks away, and KaBuM are going to be there. So now we really get to see them measure up against, well, a whole slew of different teams. I mean, it really is going to be like world. Basically, you got people from everywhere showing up to watch that tournament. So it's going to be really sick to watch and to play, my mistake. But as far as we're concerned here tonight, guys, that is going to be it for us here. So big thanks to BenQ, of course, for making it all possible, and also for the monitor. Of course, you guys can see it written behind us here, the BenQ XL2430T. Be sure to check it out when it goes live. It's going to be available soon. But big thanks to BenQ, big thanks to 99 Damage for organizing the whole thing, and big thanks to all of you guys for tuning in. Of course, I hope you guys enjoyed us. This preview basically of ESWC. We got to see KaBuM, but more importantly, we just got to see some sick South American play that we don't get to see every day. So it was a great time. It was a good time. But we'll see you guys next time. And, well, have a great night, guys. We'll see you next time.